Hi, it's John, and this is catching up on the YouTube Pagan Challenge. As I said before the summer, the idea was that I was going to do them all before leaving. That didn't happen. But luckily, just because a lot of them seem not to apply to me, that it'll be kind of quicker. This one's probably going to be longer. So, this week's is, do you have a totem / power / familiar animal? So I'm going to start with familiar, and the answer to that is no. Because from what I understand it, it's an actual physical animal that you work with. And in a Lupa Greenwolf book, what is it, Fang for Blood and Hide? Yeah, if not, I'll put in the comments which one it is. And she explains it, and she goes into some of the lore, like the very, medieval Dark Ages witch lore about it, which is that, the witch would have an extra nipple, and she would suckle the familiar on there. I found that really funny. They did that in Salem recently, the TV show, not actual Salem. The TV show Salem. So that was interesting. But yeah, I don't have a physical animal that I work with, nor at the moment do I have the capacity to care for one. Living at home. Now for totem or power animals. I say power animal or tutelary. Tutelary is, from what I understand, a more European word and covers the same ground as what most people consider what totem or spirit animal covers. So I use that because totem word comes from the Ojibwa tribe. Spirit animal, I'm not exactly sure if that has its nailed down where that comes from. But tutelary, I use that mainly because you're less likely to get accused of cultural appropriation. But as for animals ascribed to people, that's something that is humanly across the board in animistic cultures that's found. Sometimes it's a little different. In the Lupa Greenwolf book, I'm going to link below, she talks about how traditionally it was that your clan or tribe has an animal ascribed to it, and you do too, but the clan animal is more important and kind of trumps your personal animal. But since in this new kind of age we have now, we don't really have that, so the personal animal has taken on more significance with people. And so in most Western modern shamanism forms, which all seem to kind of be based off of core shamanism with Michael Harner, the first thing you find is your power animal, your tutelary, and that is a shamanic journey you go through. There is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of meditations, guided journeys, books, and whatnot on how to find it online. I'm pretty sure if you put in spirit animal meditation, you'd find thousands, if not millions, of videos. And then once you found it, you have to research it and figure out what this animal means to you and how it relates to your life. Because many people believe that it is a reflection of what you're supposed to be doing this life. A common book that everyone will probably point you to for definitions is Animal Speak by Ted Andrews. As you can see, it's very thick. It is more than just animals in here. There's stuff you can do. There's exercises. Then it breaks up. There's birds, animals, insects. It breaks it up. And it's a book that many people will tell you to start with. You might want to move out beyond that because my tutelary is a male lion, and in here Ted does not speak too highly of that. He references that in the Pride, they're not the best hunters. So it's how are you not helping the group? Are you being lazy? And it didn't really resonate with me. and I'm learning to grow and understand my tutelary. Mainly because when you like go into it, I kind of thought I'd get something that no one's heard of, because I feel like a lot of people would just be like, "Oh, I'm a lion or a wolf or something like that." I thought I'd have something like the flying squirrel of the central Amazon or something like that, something more quote unquote different or exotic. But I'm coming to learn what this means about like leadership and joining groups, because to join a pride, the male lion has to fight its way in there, usually by killing the older male that was there. Because in prides, the group of females will usually be sisters. Occasionally, when you can have two males, and there'll be brothers who will come in. So if you want to learn more about your tutelary power animal, watch lots of documentaries on it. I always remembered, it's kind of funny. I'd always watch before I went to school. Animal Planet had like Big Cat Diary on, which was always really fun. I'd always watch that, and that just had people going around Africa, and they were like following. The time I really liked leopards, though. I've noticed I have affinity for all the big cats, but it wasn't lions, not really, until I like did my journey to find my power animal, and that kind of changed up how I viewed it. Because for a while I was like, oh, it's a panther. I really liked leopards, and it was mountain lions. But most of the big cats are, I find, related in that sense. So this was some of my thoughts on power animals, totems, and familiars.